I wanted to do a voiceover for the rest of the video, so this is me doing my quiet time reading the YouVersion Bible app. I'm reading the Bible in 1 year plan, and it's actually really cool. I'm getting to do this plan with a lot of you. You can see some of the comments there. Every day I love looking at my time pop and seeing all the memories from this day in previous years. So at this day I had lots of memories from our Colorado trip. I love this video you're about to see. Yeah, James was not a fan of the heights. Now, all of these memories here are really from when I was on staff at our church doing the Kazone event with my mom. Was so much fun. This was when I was an associate youth pastor that was at a women's event. This is when I was helping launch a youth ministry in Oklahoma City. This just brings back so many good memories. Then I made my breakfast. At least this was my first meal of the day. I did that cabbage, and I actually pressure cooked some frozen salmon in the Instant Pot. So it wasn't the most gorgeous piece of salmon, but it got the job done, and it was super simple to make. So I chopped that up, I put it with the cabbage, and I drizzled some coconut aminos and black sesame seeds on. It wasn't the prettiest thing, but it was really good. So at this point in my day, I was putting together some samples for Beautycounter. I'm a Beautycounter consultant, so I was getting ready to mail those out. So I just worked on some basic tasks, the samples, some emails, and some client work. So later that day, I ran some errands, including going to the chiropractor. This is one of my weekly adjustments with the amazing Dr. January. I also had to run to the post office and to our internet Wi-Fi store place. This is me on the little machine I lay on after I get adjusted. And then I got our Wi-Fi modem upgraded, so this was me getting all that figured out. So this is a couple days later, and I'm really just trying to figure out how to get movement back into my life. So I haven't been super successful in the past, but this is me doing some stretching today, just trying to get my body moving. And I started doing a little bit of ballet here, just a couple of demi-pliés and a grand plié, and struggled a little bit here. Yeah, but it was nice. You know, I have a long way to go, but it's always encouraging when I'm able to do a few squats, a few wall push-ups, and I just know that I'm continuing to head in the right direction. Hey guys, it's Editing Mandy here. Really quick, I just wanted to let you know that in this next part of the video, I'm going to be talking about body image. So if you are dealing with any kind of eating disorder, or if you just think that this type of talk might be triggering to you, maybe you should not watch the video. I just wanted to say that as a disclaimer before we move on. I don't talk that much about eating disorders or restricting or anything like that, but I just wanted to put the disclaimer out there because I know for certain people out there it's better to skip out on this type of content. Just know that I did try my best to not communicate in a way that would be triggering, but you never know. So just putting it out there. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, I was a little unsure what I wanted to include in the rest of the video. I always want my videos to be like a certain length and to have substance to it. And I know a lot of people really just enjoy watching the day in the life montage type of thing. I know I really enjoy watching that. But literally just now, I just realized I've been thinking a lot about body image, and it's a topic I haven't really touched on very much. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit right now. And I thought about going and putting on makeup and fixing my hair, and then I figured that's kind of silly when I'm talking about body image, self-image. So there's that. Now, none of this is going to be super in-depth. This is really just off the top of my head, talking about my experience and my thoughts. So here we go. I think everybody knows that pretty much everyone struggles with body image. I know all women definitely seem to. And I know way more men do than we realize. I would say probably almost all men do as well. So growing up, I wasn't very conscious of my body. I mean, I knew people told me I was small, but I danced and I was dancing with a lot of super tiny dancers. And so to me, I was just normal size. I wasn't really too concerned. And then when I hit puberty, it's like no one really explained to me that you're supposed to gain weight during that time. Like, you know, they tell you your body changes, but really, I don't think I realized how much it was supposed to change. So I really remember just normal weight gain, specifically noticing my thighs were different, and that really scared me because culture tells us over and over and over again that smaller is better. So when you see yourself going in the other direction, even if it's slightly bigger and probably honestly gaining healthy weight, that's when things really started to mess with my head. So I feel like a lot of that was really normal, really typical to what normal girls deal with. And I filmed a whole video on my relationship with food and kind of how I've developed a healthy relationship with food. But that point is really when my relationship with food kind of began to become unhealthy. I never had an eating disorder, but I definitely had some disordered thoughts around eating for a while. And yeah, I would say the years after that, my relationship with my body was up and down. Overall, I probably leaned towards more the confident side for the most part. I mean, I generally was able to be pretty active. I was in good shape, but I still never felt good enough. I never felt like I was there, and I didn't really know what there was, but it always in my mind was probably at least a couple pounds lighter and probably more muscle too. Before I got really sick, in the maybe 6 to 9 months before that, I really started getting into fitness, getting into lifting weights. I was up at 6 a.m. every morning. I was at the gym maybe 5 times a week. Someone finally taught me how things worked, and I really grabbed onto it really quickly. And that was super exciting for me because I was starting to gain muscle and I felt really good. I'm really confident. And maybe in my mind, I thought, okay, I'm heading towards being content in my body. So then I got really sick. I'm not gonna tell the whole story, obviously. There's plenty of videos that I have here on YouTube for you to watch to hear about that. But it was incredibly hard for me at first to not exercise, and you know, I didn't think that my sickness was going to last very long, so I thought I would hopefully jump back into it soon enough, but that was not the case. So when I started to realize that things weren't getting better anytime soon, I was losing muscle. It wasn't even like my weight was fluctuating that much or anything, but I was very dissatisfied, and this is harder to talk about than I thought it would be. Man, you guys know I'm usually pretty vulnerable on here, but this is a topic I haven't talked about a lot. I was very upset about that, and it felt very vain, and I didn't want people to know that type of thing because I looked fine. I was quite dissatisfied. So it's been very up and down over the last couple years, and it's interesting. This is kind of why this all came up again for me, why I've been thinking a lot about this, is because just over a year ago, because of different things that were happening, I suspect that's when I started to become more estrogen dominant, and my weight really fluctuated up more than it really had been before. I was still in a healthy realm. I hadn't changed anything about what I was eating, about what I was doing, and it really messed with me mentally. And again, it kind of felt vain to be upset about my weight fluctuating. It maybe went up 10 pounds at the most. I just didn't really know what to do with that, and I tried to remind myself that I need to let my body do what it wants to do to heal. And fast forward, earlier this year, we kind of figured out about the estrogen dominance, and I stopped using bioidentical estrogen, and that really helped, and my weight really normalized very quickly after that. yeah, things have really kind of gone right back to normal, but it's really interesting. Even with that, I definitely still don't have perfect body image. You know, what I found for me the most triggering place is dressing rooms. And I know talking about this, a lot of people will relate. And I wonder if people would take this by surprise that I feel this way, but like, honestly, who doesn't? I don't know why they choose the mirrors and the lighting that they do in dressing rooms, but those places definitely make me the most uncomfortable out of any place. So this week I've been in some dressing rooms and some frustrations have come up. It's interesting, especially more than anything, I'm honestly frustrated about not having muscle and not being able to exercise in the way that I want to. You know, you saw the clips of me doing a little bit just now, and I don't want you to think I do that every single day or all the time. I literally did 10 squats and 10 wall push-ups, but a lot of times I can't do that much or don't get to do that much. So there's all of that. Basically, all of that backstory is to say, yeah, I can definitely struggle with body image. Not every day. Some days I feel pretty confident, I feel fine. Other days, not so much. And I know that's the case for so many of you. So I haven't figured out the answer yet, but here's something that I do know and I want to talk about. I've always really struggled with the love yourself movement. You know, the people that are preaching, you're the greatest, you're the most beautiful, the most perfect. Just look yourself in the mirror and say, I love me, I'm so great. You know, that always kind of sits weird with me. Like, again, I know this world is not about me. There's definitely so much more to life than looks. And I want to find confidence in who I am as a person. And I don't just want to kind of lie to myself. It's weird for me how culture is saying, oh, you know, love yourself, your body is perfect no matter where it's at. My body is definitely not perfect. I don't know about you. And that's okay. I accept that. I think that's great. But I really appreciate the approach of, instead of so much like body positivity, more just body neutrality. I don't want to be negative towards my body at all. I don't want to think negative thoughts. That rabbit trail does not go to a good place. But I want to look at my body and truly accept it for where it's at, and know that my body is doing the best that it can to help me in my healing and help just carry me through the things I need to do in my life. Sometimes for me, it's just like grabbing my tummy and just thinking to myself, this is my stomach. This is the stomach I have that God's given me. And I don't know, it's in this place right now for a reason, and I accept it. I'm neutral about it. I'm not upset about it. I'm not like, yeah, six-pack abs, perfection. I don't know, I'm just neutral. I hope this is making sense. It's kind of a funny exercise, but honestly, it can help me out just to think about, these are my legs. I'm so thankful I have them. I get to walk on them. A lot of people don't have that privilege. Right now, I may miss the strong quads and the hamstrings that I used to have, and maybe I can have those again one day. But right now, I'm good with this. Like, I'm neutral. So I don't think body neutrality, that concept, is perfect to say the least, but it's something I'm thinking about. So at the end of the day, kind of the thing that really does help me the most, and that I have to preach to myself and remind myself often, is that my worth is not in what I do. My worth is not in how I look. My worth is not in what you think about me. I get my worth from God. For those of you who don't know, I love Jesus. If you don't, you're welcome here no matter what, but I'm really passionate about my faith, so I'm gonna talk about it. And that's where I find my worth. I find my worth in what he says about me. The fact that he says I'm his masterpiece, created and new in Christ Jesus to do the good works he's planned for me to do long ago. I know that when God created man and woman, he said that it is good. I might not be good on my own, but God calls me good. He loves me exactly where I am. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna stay where I am forever. It's kind of a weird thing to explain, almost an oxymoron, but I can be content and not be complacent at the same time. I choose to be content with where my body is at right now, and then as my strength improves, I'm not going to be complacent with where it's at now, and I'm going to continue to work to be the healthiest that I can, whatever that looks like. One more thing I want to say, especially as a nutritional therapy practitioner, I care so much about women's relationship with food and their relationship with their body. I know it can be so hard and so frustrating, and this is a topic I want to talk about more in the future, but sometimes the right thing to do is to gain weight for your health. Sometimes you may think that you're at the wrong weight, but you have no idea that you are at the right weight for where you need to be because of whatever circumstances right now. You are so much more than a number on a scale, and what matters so much more than aesthetics, obviously health is first when it comes to that avenue, but what matters even more than all of that is who you are, not what you do, but who you are. That's what you carry into eternity. So of course I don't want this rant to be too long, but I didn't plan any of this at all. I just kind of wanted to process it out loud, and hopefully it comes out okay. But I know this topic matters, and it's something I want to talk about more. And I'm proud of myself for being vulnerable and talking about it, because I don't know, it's not fun to let people know that sometimes you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, wish that was slightly different. It's silly because we all do that, but I don't want to do that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope this last piece connected with you somehow. If you liked the video, giving a thumbs up, that really does help support my channel. Also commenting really helps. I would love to hear what you think. It means so much to me. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, why am I even telling you? You know what to do. If you like the video, if you want to see more, do that. Okay, that is the end. I will see you in the next video. Bye.